Welcome to the Jim Show with your host, Jim. It's been a big, long day. Today it's hot in Indiana, and I spent a long time working in the garden today. I don't know, I talked about this during some post. Can you please stop typing? I talked about this during some post about this idea that taking care of my yard was important because if I didn't do it, I was basically telling universe that I was fine with living in a crappy environment. Just like with KonMari, you want to make your home a place where, can you please not type? No one wants to listen to that. Just like with KonMari, your home should not be a place that is negative for you, that has a negative influence on your frequency. And so if I go outside and look at my yard, it looks like crap, and my neighbor says, "Can I help you mow your lawn? Is your lawnmower broken?" then that's probably not, raising my frequency. And so my parents were here over the weekend, and we spent 3 days just really transforming both the front and the backyard into something that is amazing. So I'm a little tuckered out. So that was the first thing. The second thing is that this is the 60th day of this video series. So it's the second 30-day trial is now complete. And it's pretty interesting. Making videos has definitely become one of those habits that I can't actually not do during a day. So it's kind of late tonight, and Allie was like, "Why don't you just not do it?" And I was like, "I can't not do it." It's completely ingrained as a habit. Writing the daily blog is also one of those things. Doing my workout every day and doing the cold shower every day. Those four things now are really strongly ingrained as something I have to do every day. Getting up at 5:30 is not really there. Some days I'll like while I was with my parents staying in their place in Pennsylvania, I just got up whenever I got up, and it was fine. It's no big deal because it's easy enough to shift back to the 5:30 wake ups. The morning breakfast drink, that doesn't really need to happen every day. I do it or don't do it. Generally, I do it when I'm into my normal schedule. When I get up at 5:30, do the workout and have the drink. That's ideal and that works best, but it's not something that's totally essential like the other four things really are. They feel like something that I absolutely have to do, that I've made a promise to myself. It's become a totally ingrained habit now, and they just happen automatically. So that's one of the insights from the 60 days. Something else is that I'm kind of feeling like the blogging is perhaps more important to me or more congruent. I'm not sure. It just feels a little like I can express myself a little bit better with the written word, which is not something that I ever felt like before. I never, ever would have said that I would be a writer or would, put stuff out onto the internet for people to read. That's never something that's never a way I saw myself, I guess I would say. Because I see that as something more artistic, and I always viewed myself as someone that was very mathematically and scientifically minded and inclined. And language, in general, was something that I struggled with for the most part, especially foreign languages, which doesn't really apply here. But even English and writing was something that I had trouble with. And that's probably because the things I was writing about in school I didn't give a crap about, like history or, the kind of books that they make you read and do book reports on. I didn't care about any of that. I wasn't writing from my heart, and so it was very hard to get the words out. I was just putting a bunch of crap down on paper and, trying to fill up however many words I had to fill up for an assignment. So I just never worked on that. I never wrote from my heart. I didn't journal as a young person. I didn't really write at all. And so this is something that's very new for me, and now I'm finding it to be a way that I really like to express myself. So on that note of creating content, yesterday I watched a video from Kyle Cease called Stop Hoarding Content. And I thought it was just an amazing, amazing video because this is something else that I've learned over the course of these trials. And what he says in this video is that all of us have all of this massive content inside of us that wants to come out. And for any number of reasons, generally fear, we don't put it out there. We don't create it and share it. We might write it down in our journal, write it down, in a book that we keep to ourselves, but we don't share it with the world. And whenever we're not sharing it, we're just stopping the flow of more content that's going to come to us. And this is definitely something that I found once I started sharing these things, when I initially started the video series, I only shared them with the CLW group, the group I had gone to and met with in Vegas for the workshop. I only shared it there. I started expanding the places that I was sharing the videos. And more ideas were just flowing to me every day on a daily basis. There are only a couple times that I think I really had to struggle to find something to talk about. And the same thing with the blog. If you read my 30-day wrap-up of blogging, I think there were maybe 2 or 3 articles where I felt like I had to really pull to find something, where I had to do just a stream of consciousness of stuff that was coming up out of my mind, and I didn't have a really inspired, idea to write about. And so these ideas, once you start putting them out there, they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. And this is true for everyone. Like I said, I never thought that I was a writer or that I had anything to say in a video. But now stuff just keeps coming up that I want to share. And I think this is true for you, whoever you are watching this, that you have the same great value to share. Because the most important thing you have to share is your authentic self. And that is totally based on your experience. No one else has had the same experience that you've had. No one else knows the things that you know or can explain them in the way that you can explain them and relate to other people in this one specific way that you have. That is your special thing to share with. Don't sneeze. That is the special thing that you have to share with the world, and no one else can say it the way you can say it. So you have something valuable to share. Everybody does. Now, I've recently been blogging about this whole situation where I lost a bunch of cryptocurrency through trading. Not really knowing what I was doing, and just basically betting on a continuous process when I wasn't prepared to do that, and letting things run way past where they should. In short, reading you should probably read the post. I'm not explaining it very well, but what the point of this statement is that when I wrote that journal, I never would have thought that I would share it with the world. In fact, at CLW, I think I just shared it with one person, and I'm not sure that he even read it at the time. And that was a very tentative and difficult thing for me to share then. And now I'm out here sharing it with the world. Anyone that wants to read the blog, it's out there, Maybe that's not many people, but the point is that it is out there and available, and that is nothing that I ever thought would happen. But it's valuable content, I think. I think it'd be valuable to anyone that's interested in cryptocurrency, with everything that's going on with that, exploding into the world, exploding into the mainstream, and then with trading and how all of that works and the risks involved and how much trouble you can get yourself into. So again, I'm sure that you, whoever you are, has written down something that you could share with the world, or you have a thought right now, something that you could share. And this video is kind of becoming a stream of conscious video also, because things just keep coming to me. So the one other thing that I want to talk about is this idea that I got from this whole experience I had with the cryptocurrency and looking into the value of those positions now. So when I had lost that money originally, it was worth about $100,000. And as I've been watching Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's gone up a bunch since then, I think it was worth about, the Bitcoin part of it was worth about $300,000 recently. And then I realized, you know what, I had all this Ethereum, and I looked at what Ethereum would have now been worth if I had kept it as Ethereum, which was my original plan. And I realized, oh, right now that's like $2 million. Okay, that's interesting. And before, when I had lost $100,000, that was difficult. The person that I was then had difficulty with that situation. And as it started increasing, I had already lost it, but you get what I'm saying. I had difficulty with that as well. And my methodology and the way I think about these things has changed a lot since then. Now I look at the world in a much different way. I mean, that was very much a lack-based mindset where I'm looking at loss and fear of loss. And I'm looking at the abundance that I have all around me, and the money means a lot less. And so when I realized that Ethereum would have now been worth $2 million, I was like, okay, that's how easy it is, right? If I had just done nothing, I would have $2 million right now. How easy is that? So in my mind, I've already been a millionaire. It's not that hard. I could do that. Any of you could have done the same thing. If you had invested not that much, in Ethereum 6 months ago, you would be a multimillionaire right now. And you could have done that. If you just had that information, you could have done that. It is really that easy to make $2 million. And I bet that you have an idea right now that could be worth $2 million 6 months from now if you just started working on it. I absolutely believe that. Whoever you are watching this right now, I think that there is an idea that you have right now, maybe as I'm talking about this idea is coming into you, that could be worth $2 million 6 months from now if you just implemented it, followed your heart, and started working on it. Really with no expectations that it's going to be worth that, but it could be. Why not? You could invest in some cryptocurrency that's worth $2 million 6 months from now. That's the world. That's reality. That's how it really works. Like I have this idea about this Yaz app. Could that be worth $2 million 6 months from now? Sure, it could be. Why not? What's to stop it from being nothing? Nothing at all. And you have an idea just like that. I know that you do. And it's really it. That's how it works. If you just take what's in your mind that's coming into you from infinite intelligence, from universe, from your heart, and act on it, you will be supported. And it may not arrive, in terms of $2 million. It could arrive in all kinds of other forms, like an amazing community of friends and people that want to, it could be the person that's your 10 that's going to just make your life absolutely amazing could come into it, right? I mean, your life is amazing anyway without other people, but you know what I mean? That's what could happen, and that's what could come into your life, or the community of people, or some opportunity to work at this amazing job that you've always wanted to do, or work with amazing people. It could manifest in all kinds of ways. It can manifest on a trip to the moon. I don't know. It can manifest in your wildest dreams. That's how it can manifest. It may not be money. It could just be anything. But the point is, follow your heart. Let this idea out into the world. Share it with people, and amazing things will happen for you. I promise. Amazing things will happen if you do that. All right. So this is 60 days. I'm going to commit to 40 more. So that will bring me to a nice number of 100. So I'll do another wrap up at 100 days, and I'll see you tomorrow.